Hey guys, so this video is going to be a real quick comparison about the Traxxas Slash and the Traxxas Revo 1/16 scale VXL editions. Now I have both of them right here as you can see, and obviously the Traxxas Slash is over here on the right and the Traxxas Revo is over here on the left. Now these cars are very similar. Let's take a quick look at the bodies. As you can see, we have the red springs here in front, two of them controlling each wheel individually, and the same with the back, each wheel individual. Over here on the Revo, same exact system. Now the Revo shocks actually feel a little stiffer, and I'm not sure why, but they do feel slightly stiffer to me. I might just be imagining that, but they do feel a little stiffer. But the hardware all looks exactly the same. Now these two cars have waterproof or water resistant. It's not fully waterproof. You don't want to let them sit at the bottom of a pool for an hour, you know, you're going to get water in there. But they are water resistant receiver boxes, and it's the same on the Slash and the Revo. Same motor on the Revo here and the Slash. I might say it wrong, but it's Velineon, Velineon, I might say that wrong. Now the Revo comes in either a FM radio for about $299.99 or the 2.4 gigahertz radio, which I got for $296.99. So for some reason the 2.4 gigahertz is actually less expensive, and I'm not sure why. Now with the 2.4 gigahertz receiver I got with the Revo, there are a couple additional benefits. Let's look at the Slash controller that I have, or transmitter. We have a few buttons on here. We have a switch button, and this goes between 50-50 and 70-30. That's how much forward and backwards thrust you have. So it's normally set up on 50-50, but you can set it to 70-30 to get more forward thrust and a little bit back reverse, a little bit less reverse. And then we have, shut up birds, be quiet guys, making a movie. And then we have, let me cover these guys up really quick with a towel. They'll be a little quieter. Hopefully that'll keep them quieter. So we have the 50-50 or 70-30 switch, and then here we have the throttle trim, and then here we have the steering trim. So that's just a throttle trim and a steering trim, that's it. Let's look at the Revo 2.4 gigahertz remote. It again has the 50-50 or 70-30 setting for the speed, and then we have a steering trim, but this is a multi-function button. It does the steering throttle expo, the steering / braking dual rate, and also the throttle trim. So it does three different things. It has a little bit more function, and there's a menu button and a set button down here, and I'm pretty sure you use those to change what this button does. So it has a little bit more function. You have a dual rate on this and an expo on this, which you don't have on the Slash. So nice little addition in the 2.4 gigahertz remote of the Revo. Another big thing you can see here, check out these tires. Okay, you can tell right away the Revo tires are almost twice as thick. Let's put this up here. I'm going to put this even. Almost twice as thick. Not quite, but pretty darn close to twice as thick. And also, it's a lot taller. Let's get a video from the bottom here. It's a lot taller wheel as well. So the Revo is going to do a little bit better on an off-road type setting. Say in loose gravel, grass, you know, any type of off-road setting, the Revo is going to do a little bit better traction-wise. Now I've driven both these cars, and honestly they have almost the exact same speed. I really don't notice much difference in speed when using the same batteries. I use pretty much a 2-cell LiPo in my cars. I have not yet used a 3-cell LiPo, although I do have 3-cell LiPos, but I'm kind of scared to use them because on 2-cell LiPo these cars are fast enough. You really don't want to go much faster. The Revo especially, on a 2-cell LiPo, you hit the throttle up and it's going to wheelie on you. You really got to slowly bring the throttle to full throttle to get that full speed, because if you just jack it up to full speed, it's going to wheelie on you and it might flip over. So it's really quick, it's amazingly fun to drive, but you gotta have some skill and slowly bring it up to full throttle. It doesn't have to be super slow, it's not like you have to go like, you know, super slow. But you don't want to jack it up to full throttle. You kind of want to go, you know, up to full throttle and you'll be good. See, we got a waterproof servo on both. These are waterproof servos, and on both of them there is a second servo slot. And if we turn this one upside down, you can see here that there's another servo. Here's the real servo that's in there, and here's another servo pocket that's empty. And here's a control line or push rod going to it. You can add a second servo in to run a dual servo setup on either of these cars. Now I've had my Slash for, I've only driven it for about a week. I was on my honeymoon, I got it a couple days before I left, and now I've driven it a couple days. So I've only driven it for about a week. And I have quite significantly worn down my back right tire. As you can see, the tread is almost gone. Now my back left tire is a lot better, and my front tires are almost perfect. Now all these tires and wheels are the exact same on the Slash and on the Revo. So you don't have to buy new tires right away. You can rotate your tires. So pretty soon I'm going to rotate my front tires to my back tires and then rotate the left to the right and so on. You can rotate the tires to get more life out of them. You know, these are really quick cars and they slide around a lot on pavement when you're going fast, so the tires are going to get worn. So expect to replace your tires, but you can always rotate them like I'm saying first. Now I've got some videos of my Slash up online and I'll put more up, but let's go ahead and show you guys. There was rain outside, but I took my Revo out and I gotta say I'm pretty impressed. The extra wheelbase, how thick the tires are, and how wide the wheels are, it has some nice traction. I love the Slash too, they're both great cars, but the Revo is easier to run at full speed, easier to turn at full speed, and it does not flip over nearly as easy as the Slash does. It's a lot easier to run actually. So I would actually recommend the Revo to a beginner because it's a lot less likely to flip over. Now here's their bodies. The Slash actually looks bigger, the body, but they're the exact same car, and the Revo actually has a larger body, but it's just a smaller top body, I guess, or top canopy, or whatever you want to call it. So they are pretty much the exact same, but the Revo, the differences in the Revo over the Slash are the wheels, of course, they're bigger, and it has longer suspension arms, longer, I don't know what every part is called, so sorry, bear with me. Longer rods to the wheels, so the wheelbase is larger. If we go ahead and take the Slash here, you'll see the wheelbase is on the inside, where the Revo gets a lot farther out. So it's a larger wheelbase. It's going to help you from tipping over, and it's going to have a lot more traction. So here we go. Let's see the Revo in some rain, and I'll get some more videos for you guys soon. I'm going to have these cars doing a lot more things. So
it's raining outside.
See you guys
here,
soon. But
and we got
right
my
now
new
have the Revo
Traxxas E-Revo 1/16 scale, and it's rainy. I've been driving it through the grass, as you can see, tons of grass on there. And actually, you want to be careful when driving through the grass, because after about 4 to 5 minutes, the heatsink and the motor were pretty hot from running it through the grass. So I only ran it for 4 or 5 minutes in the grass, and now the heatsink has cooled down. I gave it some time to cool down. But do be careful if you're running it through high grass or during wet grass, because there's not much traction and you will overheat your motor. So you don't want to do it for too long. But it's raining out here, and we're just going to show this thing compared to my Slash. I love the Slash, but this thing is pretty neat because the larger tires on this thing really give it some traction. The Slash will slide all over in any type of water. It'll be sliding all over. This thing, it turns pretty nice for it being wet. It's going pretty quick there. Not using brakes at all, I'm just turning. And it holds that ground pretty good. These nice big tires really hold that ground. It doesn't really slide out all that much. So it's a different type of driving than the Slash. But it really holds nice, real good traction. And check this out, we'll get it to do a wheelie here. Oh, didn't do it. It was doing it before. My battery might be a little low now. Yeah, my battery might be a little lower. The traction might be getting worse due to more, oops, I was looking at the camera. Due to more rain. Let's see if we can get a wheelie in the street over here real quick. Rain's getting a little bit stronger. See if I can get a quick wheelie in the street over here. The street's a little bit better traction than the blacktop is. There we go. No problem doing wheelies even in the rain. Someone's coming out of that garage, so I'm going to come back over here. Camera's getting a little wet now. Rain's getting stronger. And do one more wheelie before they come out of there. Oh, didn't get it. Depends on the traction of the street. Plus, like I said, I'm running the stock setup, a single nickel metal hydride battery. There we go. So this thing's got a lot of power. And as you can see, it doesn't really slide out. It holds its turns pretty good, even on this wet surface. And blacktop's pretty slippery to begin with. So I'm really happy with this. Compared to the Slash, it's pretty much the exact same speed with the same batteries, but the traction is way better. So it's a different type of car. You know, the Slash is great for like dirt tracks and going like on like short course tracks and stuff like that. This is a little bit more of a off-road truck, but it's wonderful on cement because it just has such good traction. Doesn't tip very easy either. At full speed, I can turn. Now this is with the stock setup. On a 3-cell LiPo, you're going to flip. But it's more likely, even on dry pavement, I wasn't flipping it at all. It was pretty much holding its ground and not flipping over.
Second for you guys, but this is the e-Revo. We'll be getting a lot more videos soon. I just wanted to show you guys real quick. It doesn't look so pretty right now because it's got so much grass on it, and haven't really scraped it up too much. A little bit of scratches. I did do some jumps with it earlier, but nothing huge. And I'm really loving it though. So take it around this blacktop once or twice more, and then we'll get more video for you guys soon. Alright, there's the e-Revo 1/16 scale. Great little car.